My name is Elizabeth, and I was 17 years old living in the quiet suburban town of Willow Creek, where everyone knew everyone else's business and high school felt like the center of the universe. I had always been the reliable one, the girl who showed up early to cheer practice, helped her classmates with homework, and baked cookies for the bake sales, even when my own family was struggling after my dad lost his job at the factory. People said I was too nice, too trusting, with my long brown hair, freckles across my nose, and a smile that made teachers give me extensions on essays. I loved drawing sketches in my notebook, dreaming of art school someday, and my life revolved around my best friend Mia, who I had known since we were 5 years old, sharing secrets under the big oak tree in her backyard. She was the flashy one with perfect blonde hair, a laugh that turned heads, and a way of making everything seem exciting. We were inseparable, or so I thought, until one rainy Tuesday in sophomore year when everything shattered. I overheard her in the girls' bathroom at school telling our friend group that I was the reason her parents were getting divorced, that I had told her mom about her dad's affair, when really she had confessed it to me in tears and sworn me to secrecy. She twisted it all, saying I was jealous of her perfect family and out to ruin her life. My heart dropped as our friends nodded along, buying every word, and when I confronted her later, she hugged me tight, whispering that I must have misunderstood. She loved me like a sister. But deep down I knew it was the start of something ugly. Her lies were like poison spreading, and my world of trust started crumbling. Mia became my nemesis. This girl I had defended, shared clothes, and cried with was now manipulating everyone against me, stealing my spotlight, and making me doubt my own sanity. I was unsatisfied with being the villain in her story, desperate to clear my name, but too scared to fight back hard. That was the problem I had to solve: how to stop her without losing everyone I cared about. Over the next few weeks, things got worse. She started copying my art projects, turning them in as her own, and telling the teacher I had cheated off her when I got an A. She flirted with my crush Jake right in front of me, then told him I was obsessed and stalking him. Rumors flew that I was spreading gossip about teachers sleeping together, and suddenly kids I had known forever whispered behind my back. I tried to fix it first by talking to her privately at her house, after school, sitting on her bed, with tears in my eyes, begging her to tell the truth. She gaslighted me hard, saying I was paranoid, that our friendship was stronger than this, and maybe I needed therapy. I believed her for a day or two, until I saw her Snapchat story, where she mocked me with a crying emoji caption, "Bestie meltdown." Hurt, but determined, I went to our mutual friends one by one, explaining my side, showing them texts where she admitted lying, but they sided with her, saying I was dramatic and twisting facts. One girl, Taylor, even unfriended me on social media after Mia convinced her I had hacked her account. The hurdles kept coming, each bigger than the last. At cheer practice, Mia tripped me on purpose, blaming it on my clumsiness, and the coach benched me for the big game. My grades slipped because I could not focus. Whispers in class made me want to disappear, and Jake asked me out of the blue, only to laugh later with Mia that it was a prank. I won a small battle when the art teacher questioned her copied project and made her redo it, but she spun it, saying I had pressured her to copy me out of jealousy. The stakes rose when she told my parents I was doing drugs because I looked tired from stress, and they grounded me for a month, checking my phone every night. The original problem of her lies grew into a monster. I was isolated, no friends, no cheer spot, no trust from my family, and every effort I made backfired, making me look crazier. I hit rock bottom one night, alone in my room, sobbing into my pillow, scrolling through old photos of us laughing at the mall, convinced all was lost, that I would graduate as the town pariah with no one believing me. Mia had won. She had turned my world to ash, and I felt broken, worthless, ready to give up on everything, including myself. But deep inside, a spark ignited. I could not let her destroy me completely. I had to fight back one last time, no matter the risk. I dug deep, pulling out every ounce of courage I had left, and started secretly collecting evidence like a detective in the shadows. For weeks, I recorded our conversations on my phone. When she would slip up, bragging about how easy it was to fool everyone, screenshot her texts to other kids admitting she lied for attention, and even found old journals where she wrote about using me as her stepping stone to popularity. I risked everything, confronting Jake, privately showing him the proof of her manipulations, and he apologized, saying she had lied to him too about me. We became allies, and he helped me spread subtle doubts without making it obvious. The climax built to the school talent show, our senior year showcase, where Mia was performing her dance, routine the one she stole ideas from my sketches for guaranteed to win the popularity vote and scholarship scouts. Everyone would be their parents' teachers, the whole town lived streaming it online. Heart-pounding, I waited until her big moment, signed up last minute for an open mic spot. And when my turn came, I stepped on stage lights, blinding me, crowd murmuring, as I held up my phone, connected it to the speakers, and played the recordings one by one. Her voice echoed through the auditorium, laughing about framing me for the rumors, twisting the divorce story, admitting she copied my art, and flirted with Jake to hurt me. Gasps filled the room, her face turned white as she stood frozen mid-dance, her lies exposed raw and undeniable for all to hear. I spoke calmly into the mic, my voice steady for the first time in months, explaining how my best friend had manipulated me, lied to everyone, and tried to ruin my life, but here was the truth. Chaos erupted. Mia ran off stage sobbing, screaming. I faked it, but the evidence was ironclad, teachers rushing to verify the recordings, parents shaking their heads, and our classmates turning on her, chanting liar. She lost everything: the scholarship, the friends, the cheer captain's spot. Even her parents confronted her, publicly grounding her for life and pulling her from school activities. I felt a rush of justice, poetic, because her own words condemned her, just like she had used words to bury me. In the new normal after that night, I was rewarded. Friends apologized, flocking back to me, Jake, and I started dating for real. My parents trusted me again, and I led the cheer team to state championships. My art won awards, with scouts noticing me. I changed, too, stronger, wiser, no longer the pushover, but a girl who stands up fiercely. Life in Willow Creek buzzed with my story, the revenge girl who exposed the snake. But as close to the end as it gets here is the twist. Months later, Mia tried one last desperate manipulation, sending me anonymous texts, begging for forgiveness, claiming she had changed and wanted to make amends. I almost fell for it, until I traced the number. It was her from a burner phone, but this time I forwarded everything to the principal, who expelled her for harassment. She moved away in shame, her family too embarrassed to stay, and I heard she is struggling in a new school, no friends, no spotlight. Sweet justice, and now I sleep easy knowing I reclaimed my life.